Hello everybody and welcome to another Mystery Box Function Challenge. We've got some mystery math hiding in this purple box and your challenge is to figure out what it is. You can try this out with the link in the description, and when you think you've got an answer, come on back and see if we get the same thing. All right, well, let's begin. I'm going to put in a 0 to start. Oh, 0 gives us 50, so a pretty big number. Does this keep getting bigger as we go to the right? Let's try with a 1. Smaller, so maybe if we go pretty far out, we'll get on the graph. Let me jump to 5. Not quite there yet, 15. How about a 6? 6 gives us 8, and you know what I'm noticing already, the distance between 50 and 43, that's minus 7, and we moved one space over. And then when we move from 5 to 6, 15 to 8, that's also minus 7. So maybe we have a line here. Maybe this is a linear function. Let's go to 7. 7, we're at 1. That's continuing this line. So if we put in an 8, we should be at negative 6, if this is a line. Oh, we're not. Okay. So this shape, these 3 dots, it shows it's got some symmetry. And I think this is an absolute value function. And the reason I think it's an absolute value function and not a quadratic, which would be another candidate if you see 3 dots in this sort of V shape, is that we noticed, we thought this was a line. We noticed that the rate of change between different steps was the same. And that means these are straight lines, and that would make this an absolute value function. A couple of things are being done to this, though. So let's see if we can figure out a function for this. So we've definitely got an absolute value. And let's see, it's pointing upwards, so it's going to be a positive absolute value, but it's very narrow, and it gets to high values pretty quickly. So I think there's going to be a multiplier, so we'll leave room for a multiplier. And then it's not on the origin. There's a couple of things that happen. It has moved over 7, and it has been moved up 1. So the up 1, so we got plus 7 and plus 1. The up 1 is just plus 1 right here. The over 7 in a positive direction is actually going to be a minus 7 inside the absolute value brackets. And now we need to figure out what the multiplier is. And with an absolute value function, you can get the multiplier by looking at the slopes of these lines. So between these 2 points, we're going over 1. So that's, remember, slope is rise over run. So between this point and this point, we're going over 1, and we go up from 1 to 8 is 7. So it looks like that's a slope of 7. And of course, here you have a slope of negative 7, but we know the multiplier is going to be positive because this is an upward opening absolute value function. So I think if we put 7 up there, we've got it. Although we may want to use this to predict another point. Let's try 9, since we haven't done 9 yet. So if we put a 9 in for x, we'd have 7 times the absolute value of 9 minus 7 plus 1. Okay, 9 minus 7 is 2. The absolute value of that is just 2. So 7 times 2 is 14, plus 1 would be 15. So if we put in 9, we should get 15. So let's give that a try. Put in 9. And there's 15. So I think we're on the right track. I'm going to reveal, and there it is, 7 times the absolute value of x minus 7 plus 1. Well, let's graph that too. Yeah, there it is, a very narrow V over on the right-hand part of the graph. How did that go for you? Did you get that it was an absolute value? Were you tricked into thinking it was just a linear function? Let me know. Thanks, everybody.